who actually was involved in the Villavicencio murder? And I know that in Latin American countries, they describe it in two different ways. They call it the actual author, or the autor, A-U-T-O-R, intelectual, I-N-T-E-L-E-C-T-U-A-L, which means the person, the brains behind it, the person who planned it. But then they also have the term autor actual, which is A-U-T-O-R-A-C-T-U-A-L, which is, if it's a gunshot wound, it's a trigger man, okay? So whether we're talking about the planning or the trigger man, the
mastermind and the trigger guy, that's what you want.
That's where we go. So who were the masterminds, or the mastermind, and who was or were the trigger men in the Villavicencio murder, as far as you know?
I know the actual truth, and that's why they wanted me to cover my uncle, Guillermo Lasso, former president.
And tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, you see, when Norero was murdered, the Lobos, the mob that killed him, talked to me in Guaranda's jail to some guy that is called Patricio Hermosa. He's Ecuadorian with connections with Colombian guerrilla we said in Espanol, right, in Spanish. And so he put Esteban Aguilar on the phone to me. He's like the stepson of Pipo Chavarria, that is a boss of Los Lobos worldwide, and told me that now I was gonna work with them because they needed me, because of the things I knew of Norero, and because I have some skills they needed. Not murdering or anything like that. I'm very good with computers. I'm very good with documents and papers and all of that. So basically they recruited me, and you know, you cannot say no to them, right? They ask you, but if you say no, you die. So I started working with them, and I was jail boss in Guaranda. They gave me the jail to command myself, and I got this trouble when I was gonna be set free. They planted drugs on my cell, so I got transferred to Guayaquil. And you see, in Guayaquil there are 3 prisons: Rock Prison, La Roca, that is maximum security. There is Regional, that was Choneros Domain, and there was Penitenciaria del Litoral, that has 12 pabellones. I don't know how you say that in English, but it's sectioned in 12 parts. Different organizations had the command of each part. So I got sent to Pabellon 9 pavilion. That was Lobos Domain. They gave me a pavilion that's called Logros. Well, actually there were 13 pavilions with Logros. Logros was like a VIP zone. So they gave that to me, and I sell chickens. I have like a chicken farm inside. And I hide their guns and their bombs, and I was like the hiding. I hide everything for them when police got in. So when I was over there, I get to hear that Lobos were the ones that took the contract, el contrato. That's how they told they took the money for kill Villavicencio, and that money came from Danilo Carrera and Guillermo Lasso, because Villavicencio and Anderson Boscan, that is another reporter that got in trouble with Villavicencio, I don't know, personal issues of them, were gonna make public documents of a case called El Gran Padrino, that the Pickle Father, that were involving Danilo Carrera and Guillermo Lasso.
So, going back to my earlier question, though, who do you think was the mastermind behind, as opposed to just naming an organization? Do we know, from an individual name standpoint, who was behind the Villavicencio murder?
The money was paid by Guillermo Lasso and Danilo Carrera, and the trigger guys were sent by Pipo Chavarria, that is headmaster of Lobos.
Okay, Ms. Court Reporter, do you need any spellings up to this point?
You said the Echevarria one was what?
Echevarria is Echevarr.
No, it's not Echevarria, it's Chavarria.
Oh,
Without the E.
Chavarria. Thank you. Chavarria.
Did he have a first name?
His name is Wilmer, but his alias is People.
People?
Or double P.
The first name is Wilmer, and his nickname is Pipo, Pippo.
Okay.
P-I-P-O, yes.
How many P's in total? 3 or 2 in the name?
2. P-I-P-O.
Got it.
People. And if you make it short, it's P-P.
Got it.
And it's Wilmer?
The first name was Wilmer?
Yeah, first name Wilmer, nickname Pipo, last name Chavarria.
That was first name.
How do you spell the first name?
I-L-M-E-R. Wilmer.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Let's now switch gears and talk about the Gabella case, the General Gabella. Do you know him?
I used to know him because he was friend of my grandpa. My grandpa, Wilson Saavedra, is a former colonel of Flight Force 5, Fuerza Aérea Ecuatoriana. And he used to go to house to eat, and he was friend of the family. He was a nice guy. I like General Gabella. He was a nice guy.
Now, did anybody, and if so, who asked you to lie in an investigation that surrounded around General Gabella?
They asked me because we were like conversation, while I was getting prepared for the version. We were like conversating, and we talked about Gabella, and I told I knew Gabella. He was friends of my grandpa, and I heard sometimes inside the jail because I share pavilion with people that were involved in that, and they told me some things, and I told them about what they told me, and they say, "And can you say Serrano was involved? We were gonna pay you a little more." They didn't give me more money. They didn't do that too, but they made me talk about Serrano in a non-sworn declaration.
So who was the one who asked you to did they ask you to falsely implicate Serrano in the Gabella case?